Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Break.
Check back, check back. Hey, alert three.
Now.
Begin.
Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Hustle. Ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Go. Yo, cheetah, big grip.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Check. Hey, Orville.
Watch the pass. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54.
Hey, Sam off.
You can't block me. Rush in. SOS.
Look at me. Zipper.
Six guys.
Fire.
Looking to throw. Buchanan. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey, high 7.
On 1st and 10, Beck. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
Back to throw. Beck. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
On the double.
94 is the mark. Go.
Smooth. 2.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he gets this one away, and it's got some hang time to it. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Got it.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back.
Watch the safety creep.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 13-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw.
Mike 54. Don't let him breathe.
Go. Hey.
Don't let him breathe, defense. Shoot.
Ready.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock it.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. All that.
Coaching spell.
Watch it.
Roll out. Hey, echo.
Check.
Look. Squeeze. Right on.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Back. And the pressure gets to him again. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. We're scoreless after 1. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On the set.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, check.
They'll run on first down. It's Arnold. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Yes. Buzz.
One set. Check, Mike, 54.
From the gun, Buchanan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get it.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 74 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Kill, kill, kill. Check, 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 check. Kill, kill, kill.
Ready?
Now Taylor. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
61, matchbox lights. Bravo.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Set, ready? 30 base.
Come on. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 40.
Pilot, 64, weak. Deep grip, deep grip.
Now a give right side. Taylor.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
You got it.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that
He
defense.
was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
First down.
Down. 60 outlaw.
Get away from it. Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch.
Blue jaw Porker.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. Hey, Charlie.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Shoot.
Looking to throw on second down. Back. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive here, 3rd and 4.
Watch it.
X3. 218. Chop. Hey, box drop. Get it.
Off the play fake. Back.
Let go, defense.
And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs. all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he cuts it right sideline. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
We play to win. Let's go!
Ready, set.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Taylor. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home. And they'll stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of 5. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 13-yard line.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They do get 6, but they still got some work to do on 3rd and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Gator. Hey, exit.
Watch your slant, watch your slant.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack. And now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side. I
would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now. Hey, orbit.
Mike's by 4.
You ain't hit it.
Operating from the gun, Buchanan. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Go.
Alert 3. Alert 3.
Now.
And to give this time to the tailback. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Go.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
6'6". Pull it high. Hey.
Sponge.
Go.
Now they try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I'm here all day.
Hey!
Switch. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Yes.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, switch.
Go.
Slam.
Ready.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
I'm coming after you.
Big grip.
On 1st down. It's Arnold, and he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Watch twist.
Yep.
Twist. Check your hot reach.
Fire.
They'll keep it on the ground. Arnold. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And some room to work. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Whip. Watch the whip.
22-jet bomber. Go.
Watch the motion.
Now a give, right side. Taylor, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
They'll run with Taylor. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard
On the
line.
set. Hey. High 7. Get it.
To throw on 2nd down. Beck. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot.
70.
Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Jumper.
Greystone travel. Yahoo!
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. I got it. Check.
Go, Jackrabbit, come on. Go on.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. He's coming.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hit it.
They run with Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The give to Taylor. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Go out.
No. Show it.
Go.
Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Screen. Pass. Check 26.
Protein spill.
Rabbit. Check.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Beck. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Double up. He's coming. Double up. Yeah.
On 4th down. Beck. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
It's a gain of 10. And a Cowboy first down.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight 1-point game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Squeeze. Hey. Five.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Check. 61. Match box slight. Yeah.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go, set, 18 Gator.
What we got? Shoot.
Now a give, right side. Taylor. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Down. 30 base.
He can't hit it. He's not
Hey,
hitting.
lock it. Yo, go.
Check.
On first down, it's Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
2nd and 2 at the 15-yard line.
Ready,
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On the handoff, this is Taylor. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Shift.
Pilot, 64, weak. Smooth. Hit it.
They'll try and throw for it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And he'll give it here to his running back. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. And Charles, on the losing side of things, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long and sign off from the desert.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible.